Welcome back to Les Schwab Tire Center's Outdoor GPS, presented by Fisherman's Marine and Outdoor.
Welcome back, everyone. Thank you very much for watching this morning. We got lucky, and we actually got Big Dave Manners on the line. He's the owner-operator of Big Dave's Guide Service, and of course, Wilson River Lodge as well. Hey, how's the lodge going, Dave? Are you guys booked up to the fall or what?
Yeah, we've got some space. We got some space here and there. We got some space in, I know, middle of October for sure. I think I got a little bit in my boat there. And then we've got space with Sam too. So yeah, we definitely can get you out. Give us a call. And we've got, other guys that help us out down here. So yeah, we can always get you out.
All right. Well, he's talking about guiding. I'm talking about Wilson River Lodge. You got room there?
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's, some of my local people that I fish. So, they're not full. But yeah, give us a call. We might have a spot.
All right, I love it. It's really just a one-stop shop with Dave. All right, now bear with us. It's kind of breaking up a little bit. We can see him, we can hear him, so we're going to go with what we got, right? Now, what are you actually using? I'm cheating, everyone. I already know. I saw, maybe you did too, when he lifted up his rod before he made his turn. But what are you actually fishing with, Dave?
Right now, I got a mixed bag. I've got some brads. I got some brads out. The old blackjack. That's my favorite one for sure. And then I got some spinners out. In the morning, we got bit on some orange and copper with some Gucci on there. But yeah, I've been doing well on painted blades too in the mornings. But we've had so much sun lately on my spinners. Yeah, the brighter stuff's been working better. And yeah, between the brads and the spin fish, they've been producing too.
Do you really find color to be an issue down there where you're fishing?
I do. I definitely do. You'll get bit on, you can get bit on anything, that's for sure. But I definitely notice that they'll get tuned into a certain color and yeah, you'll catch them.
Well, now let's
talk.
talk.
That Armageddon is real good for me down here too. That's a real good one. Real good one in the mornings.
Which one was that? I'm sorry, Dave.
That's a the Armageddon, that chartreuse.
Okay.
VIP.
Yeah, no.
That's a real good one.
That's actually a really good one anywhere. Okay, now what 360 you got up in front of it? You're running just a 360 flasher. And I know that right now you're fishing in some relatively shallow water. That can change depending on the zones that you're in. But do you change your tactics when you're fishing this time of year in shallow water with a 360? Is there anything that you might do different than, say, if you were deep water trolling?
Yeah, when I'm in this shallow water, I'm getting down to 4 ounces, 3.5 ounces. So, which can be tough when it gets real low, especially if you get into some wind where you kind of got to get a little faster and really keep your speed up to be able to keep them, back behind the boat a little bit, so you're not just right on top of them. And then in the deeper stuff, then we're running a little more regular, like you guys up there.
Well, maybe not all the way up to 24 ounces, but you got to be adding a little bit more, right?
I don't have any 24 ounces in this boat.
That's a good thought. That's a good way to put it. Okay, so you got a mix of fish there, right? You got Chinook that are in the area, which could be up to 40 pounds plus if you get lucky, if those big fish still exist or not. But you also got a whole bunch of silvers that are going to be around Coho for the young kids. Do you change your baits up at all when you're trying to maybe target silvers specifically, or do you just fish the same gear no matter what you're doing?
I pretty much fish the same gear, but with the Coho, especially when in the deeper water, I'll keep them up high. I'll keep them up off the deck, and you'll see the fish, on your finder. But yeah, and then if I'm really looking for Coho, I'll usually run them higher, and I'll troll faster too. Oh. Where if I'm looking more for Chinook, I'm slowing it down and just staying off the deck.
Gotcha. Okay, so pretty similar no matter where you are. Silvers act differently than how Chinook act based on where they are in the water column. So you're just trying to keep your gear where they are.
Yeah, and that's a nice thing. Usually, if I have multiple rods out, I'll keep a few low and I'll keep a few high. Depending, especially if it's on our Wednesdays and Saturdays, you're able to retain a wild Coho 2 a year. So, on those days I might, hunt a little bit more for the coho. And we are seeing some hatchery fish. There's been a few hatchery fish around. But really the coho really started, I don't know, coming in a little bit thicker here about a week ago. So we're starting to see some.
How's the ratio of hatchery fish for Chinook right now? Are you seeing any clipped hatchery fish?
Well,
Chinook?
it's kind of crazy. So, there'll be a day where there's multiple caught, and then you won't hear of any for a while. Last year for me, it was about 1 in 5. And I'd say I'm right about there this year too. Right in that same. About 1 in 5 seems to be hatchery fish.
Gotcha. Now, I'm looking behind you. There's definitely some boats that are in the same area you are. Has it been pretty crowded this time of year or up to this point this season? Does it seem like there's more people participating over there in September, or how does it feel to you?
It's about average. It's about normal. There's definitely some people fishing. Not overly crowded though.
And everyone's pretty much fishing the same way, or is there still anybody that's pulling herring around or big, size 6 spinners, or is that kind of died off now with this whole 360 thing?
Yeah, no, especially at the jetty, herring at the jetty still is probably number one.
But, I get you.
Yeah,
sure.
A lot of the area though, you're seeing a lot of 360s, a lot of spinners, the majority.
Well, I mean, and for good reason. Obviously, it's a deadly way to catch them. And there's still, believe it or not, Dave, and I know you probably know somebody as well, but there's still some folks that are like, I'm not fishing with those damn things. I'm going to keep doing what I've been doing for 20 years.
Yeah, I just saw one that started this season, and he was a naked spinner guy forever. And then this year, I just saw him about a week ago, and he changed. But not many. There's not many left up here.
Well, and I
pretty
get it.
much. You're just, pretty much.
All right, so it's the end of September. We're going into October. When do you start to change gears and start thinking about tributaries and getting into either a drift boat or your jet sled in tidewater in different areas up and down the coast?
Oh, over the last little while, it hasn't really been until, that later October. But, with what we got coming, and we might be into a little bit different year where, there's been a lot of years where, I was more up in there mid-October, but last little while, it hasn't really been till after November 1st, I guess I'd say. But we'll see. This could be a little bit different year we're about to have.
Yeah, well, let's hope. I mean, myself, I'm greedy. I hope the rivers go big, man. I know that you like to spend your time in the bay and out in the salt water, but to be a little selfish, I'd like to see some rivers get big. I mean, that's just me.
Yeah, and like I said, I think we'll get a shot of rain here, and there'll probably be a little activity up there. But then I would assume it'll probably drop back down for a little while.
Now, I know a little bit ago you mentioned that you're pretty well booked up going forward. If there's folks out there that might want to try to get with you for maybe later on in the year or maybe even next year, what's the best way for people to find you and try to get out in the boat with you?
Yeah, just you can give us a call or shoot us an email. Either one works great.
You can see right there on your screen, everyone, there's Big Dave's website. He's easy to find. You might need to update that photo there, young man.
Yeah, I know. We didn't do web work there.
I say that because we're all getting grayer, man. It's just the way it works. Well, Dave, thanks for spending some time with us this morning. I know that you're fishing with clients, so it does, obviously, he just took an entire rod out of the game this entire segment. So we appreciate you sharing some info, Dave. But good luck, be safe, and I look forward to talking with you going into the latter part of fall Chinook, and then we've got winter steelhead on our doorstep.
There we go. It's coming.
Yes, I cannot wait for that's the only thing I'm looking forward to next. We'll see how that works out. But hey, make sure you say hi to the wife and the kids for us, will you?
Will do. Do the same. You guys have a great weekend.
Thanks, Dave. Be safe out there. We'll check in with you soon. That's Big Dave Manners, everyone, owner-operator of Big Dave's Guide Service and Wilson River Lodge. If you ever get that opportunity to hook up with him, no pun intended, make sure you do so. He is a ton of fun and really good at it. So head out there and hopefully make that happen. Okay, so we got plenty of time. When we come back from this break, we've got one phone call that's hanging, but we'd love to hear from you too. It's called the Terra Firma Hotline. It's 503-548-6777. Questions, comments, reports. We've got a segment that's broken out just for that. Don't be shy.
Outdoor GPS is brought to you by Terra Firma Foundation Systems. We keep homes safe, dry, and stable. By Yakima Bait, steeped in tradition, innovation, and fishing success. And by Procure Bait Sense, ruthlessly effective.